Hey guys, Peek here again. I'm back with another Cypher video. This one is going to be on the fundamentals for defending with Cypher on any map or any site. This guide is aimed towards anyone who is a beginner to Valorant or beginner to Cypher, maybe both, or just anyone who just wants to get better at defending with Cypher. There are two objectives that you have on defense. The first one, it's to prevent enemies from planting the spike, pretty obvious. And the second one is to defuse the spike, and that's the most simple part. You just defuse the spike whenever there's an enemy that can't shoot at you. How do we prevent enemies from attacking the site? The most common way is to select a site that you want to defend, and then you just set up your smokes, set up your trapwires, set up the camera. You just wait for the enemies to come in, click on them, and that's it. Try to use some variety in your setup so that enemies can't predict what you want to do. Otherwise, they will just easily figure out what you're doing and then counter you, because they can just expect where the trapwire is going to be, where the smokes are going to be, where the camera is going to be. And then when you don't get any action on your site, because maybe you kill them too quickly or something, what you can do is swap a site with a teammate. For example, if you're holding B split, go to A. Go to A, set up something there, a one-way smoke, some trapwires, whatever, and then make the enemies have to decide, okay, if we go A, Cypher, he's one step ahead of us, let's go B. And then you show up on B. And the next question is, what do I do if a different bomb site is being attacked? Well, what you have to do is rotate to the action, right? And you can do it by going through defender spawn and be very safe, or you can try and go from behind and flank the enemies, make it so that it's a bit difficult for the enemies to hold from behind, but also from the front, because yeah, now there's two angles that you have to look for. You might also wonder, what do I do if I have cameras and trapwires on my site that I'm holding on right now? Before you decide to rotate away from your site, here's what you do if you decide to rotate through defender spawn. If the enemies are full pushing, like they are just full pushing, take everything with you. And that's condition number one. When it looks like the enemies are faking, you see on the minimap 1-2 people, they are not really pushing in, they're just making sounds, your teammates haven't said that they're coming in yet, well, don't fall for it and leave something behind, either trapwires or the camera, depending on if you want to save money or if you want to use your camera when you fight. And here's what you do if you want to go for the flank. When you push a choke and you already have a trapwire in there, take the trapwire with you if you think it's clear in front of you. Place that trapwire in the other entry to the bomb site where you think the enemies might be pushing, but you're not really sure and you just want to be safe. This will allow you to take the camera with you in case you want to check corners or retake a bomb site. If you have no trapwires at all and you think that the enemies might come to your site through a different entry, then just leave the camera and check whenever they're planting. Next topic here is, how do I flank? Sometimes when you've been attacking, you might have seen that some defenders are pushing in and they're attacking you from behind before you even decide to go to a bomb site. That's called flanking. If you're normally a defensive Cypher player, you probably have noticed that sometimes enemies never come to your bomb site. That's how it is sometimes, you know? Sometimes you scare them away and they never come to you. In order to counter it, we can take map control and we can flank behind enemies to kill them or to put up trapwires so that they can't rotate from mid on split or maybe from A to B on bind. There's many things you can do. Use the minimap to your advantage and check if you should push. Here's two common scenarios. Number one, you see 1 or 2 enemies that try to take duel somewhere. They are not committing. They're just checking a bathroom on bind, or maybe they are dueling in mid on split. This means that enemies can have multiple plans in mind. They might decide, okay, if we get a pick here on A, we might go for A. If we get something on B, we go for B. So they basically haven't set anything in stone, and you have to be careful for enemies having lurkers or anyone who's trying to duel you from your angles. To deal with this, you have to check corners. Check angles, make sure that you check everything so that nobody's hiding and nobody's sitting there camping. Don't walk with your knife out unless you know that there's no enemy close by, because when you walk with the knife out, sure, you get 20% extra movement speed, but you have to pull up your weapon and it might not be enough time to shoot back at an enemy. Don't make any sounds, sneak and be ready for a 1v1 fight, 1v2 fight, 1v3 fight when you push up. The second one is when enemies are hard pushing. That's when you hear a lot of spamming, they use abilities, they shoot, they run, and they are definitely targeting in one site. You can either run, you can sneak behind enemies with the knife out, but keep in mind that there's an audio circle on the minimap. So if enemies are inside of that audio circle, even if it's on the other side of a wall, it means that they can hear you. So when you don't know if there's an enemy inside of that audio circle, just sneak. Sneak with the knife out if you want extra speed, then pull up your weapon and be ready to shoot. And that's all, guys. It's a pretty short video, but it covers the fundamentals on how to decide what you want to do. Not necessarily exactly all the setups, because we have different videos for that. I just wanted to go over the decision making here. I hope it was helpful. I stream on Twitch Monday to Friday on twitch.tv/GhostToPeak. Drop a follow to know when I go live. And then we also have a Discord server, a wholesome Discord server. The community there is pretty nice. We discuss everything about Valorant. We share clips. We meme with each other. We game together and much more. So if you want to join, it's a pretty nice community. And thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate all the support, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.